It's Wrestling Hero Figs 2021 Hell in a Cell, and we have made the return to the all-time arena that you guys love. I know you guys love that backdrop, man, so I figured we bring it up to par to show you all the mayhem and madness that's going to go inside the structure, and of course, on top, in the entrance stage, backstage, we are going to go all around the arena. So if you guys are enjoying this content, again, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, come check out the WHF fam, because we need to find out several things, right? We need to find out as to what's going to happen with the Universal Championship, WWE, and I also want you guys to tell me some of your favorite Hell in a Cell moments. There's been so many throughout the years. It don't matter if it's The Undertaker versus Mankind, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, Rikishi getting thrown off the top, Triple H putting Cactus Jack against so many different moments. So be sure to go in the comments, and whoever gets the most amount of likes in their comment will get a shout out in a future video. Now I'm going to go ahead and start up inside, because if you guys do recall, last year, or was it about 2 years ago, when Seth Rollins was fighting The Fiend back there, he brought it all, man. I mean, the man brought the damn freaking toolbox. He was bashing. How many curb stops? I think there was a total of 15 to 16. And you would think that'd be sufficient enough to seal the deal, right? And then you get Goldberg that shows up about a month later and ends up pinning him with one spear. I don't want to get too much into that, but still one of the worst Hell in a Cell matches. I mean, the end result, I would say that's probably what made that match just horrible. But don't worry, man. We got lots of good matches in store. We're going to definitely put some suckers through some announcer tables, but before that does go down, we got to check it out, man. Now, Rey Mysterio, he did tell Roman Reigns that he's going to show him as to how a family should behave. So we got a challenge, right? We got an open challenge at Hell in a Cell. So, you know, Big Dog, he'll be there to answer it, but you damn well know that he's going to have assistance from the outside. Usos, well, maybe just Jay. I don't know so much about Jimmy. Or we're going to go vice versa. They've already gotten beaten down, man. We had freaking Dominic coming out here with the kendo stick. Rey Mysterio trying to do his best. And guess who ends up showing up? That's right, the 15th time, or is it the 16th time? Yeah, John Cena coming over here, and he's not just coming back in regular form. If you see the man's hat, it is facing backwards. So what does that mean? That could only mean one thing, right? John Cena making the return as a heel. Heel versus heel at SummerSlam. We already know it's going to happen, and if it doesn't, keep him face. I don't care which approach he does. All I want to do is definitely see this match go down. Before we do, though, there's going to be a roadblock. Now, whether Rey Mysterio overcomes that, that's going to be determined on Sunday. Now, coming over here, ding dong, we need to ring the bell, right? We got Bayley chilling over here. She was talking to Rollins. They were just having a good conversation. All they wanted to do was have a good time, have a little bit of spare time on SmackDown, and guess who ends up showing up? Cesaro. He's coming back. He wants retribution. He doesn't appreciate all the injuries that Seth Rollins has put him through. So the man's coming over here. He's coming with the Fist of Fury. And we got to creep on over here, guys, because we need to find out who is going to be the next challenger, right? Now, I ain't talking about just for the WWE champion, but I am talking about Beastie when he comes back at SummerSlam. Now, that's not wishful thinking, because it's already confirmed, man. He's already got that signed up. He got that piece of paper. He pulled it up. I mean, most likely it's going to be Bobby Lashley, because that's a dream match, but we need to talk about something that should have happened. This is definitely dream match in its own category, and that's Undertaker and Kane. Who remembers, right? Saudi Arabia, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Yes, the match actually did happen, but the thing you need to talk about is the whole closing of it all, right? Like these two, actually these four, great chemistry throughout the years, man. Triple H and Shawn Michaels, some of the best. I mean, that's the reason why NXT is successful, and that's because of those two lads. But I'm talking about Kane. Now that the man has been inducted in the Hall of Fame, it would have been nice to have a nice closeout match, and I think DX versus Undertaker, I mean, they delivered that night, so why wouldn't they do it one more time? Now, before we go any further, you guys, because as we did talk about, there is going to be a tons of action in the backstage area, we still need to evaluate as to what's going to happen on top of Hell in a Cell, and it's going to be action. I'm pretty excited to do this, you guys. Anybody that knows WHF, you don't like just setting up the figgies, man. He likes putting them to the test, and if you guys look over here on the left, we got several tables. Originally, they had a truck, and it was filled with hay, but you know what? We're improvising, right? We're stacking up, we're leveling up, and who was up top, right? Rikishi and The Undertaker. Actually, Undertaker's got a lot of different moments, so when you say Hell in a Cell, it's automatically a given. But yes, getting back to it, we had Undertaker. He was about to chokeslam Rikishi through the table, and he did it with such smooth. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Choke slam right through the announcer table. Hero Figs, the announcer table's over here. Yeah, Rikishi. Did he survive? We don't know. All I need to know is that the man will continue, and he did. He made a comeback. So that being enough said, I think we need to move on over as to where Kane, right? We talked about the closing statement. Now we need to talk about where it originated. How did it start? Well, it was Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker and Kane. This is how he made the debut, man. He ended up ripping off part of the Hell in a Cell. It was actually the door. He came in there. Undertaker was confused as hell. He's like, oh no, man. I thought you were burnt alive. You have come back to make the return. And that's the thing about brothers, man. Sometimes you can have good chemistry, and then there's going to be other times where things are just not going to work out. And this kind of almost applies with John Morrison and The Miz. I hate to say this, you guys, but it looks like we're finally seeing the end of the road for these two guys. Now, if you guys watched Monday Night Raw, yes, he was on a wheelchair. He was pushing him down. He started doing his little dance, and there goes Miz. One of the greatest moments on Raw, even though it was so simple and not all that complex. Really enjoyed that skit. Would definitely love to see a match between them two at SummerSlam. Now over here, for the United States Championship, we have Jeff Hardy finally picking up a win. I think it was like a 5-month hiatus that the man just wasn't doing anything. He wasn't pinning anyone, but guess what? He got a huge win over Cedric Alexander, so I think it's time to move on to the United States Championship. Now, whether Sheamus actually ends up taking some kind of challenge, I think this needs to happen at Hell in a Cell. If you guys are aware, Jeff Hardy, he's pretty much done with WWE. He's on his way out the door. The fact that the man just picked up a win, going on almost half a year, says quite a bit as to the direction where they're leading him. But before they do, I would still love to see Jeff Hardy, man. Who wants to see Jeff Hardy on top of the Hell in a Cell? Drop a like if that's something that you guys would love to see, because this man could deliver. Like, him and Shane O'Mac are the top two when you talk about stunt doubles in WWE. And what did he do? I mean, normally most of these guys, they end up getting tossed over, but in this situation, Shane O'Mac, he's the risk taker. He's like, you don't have to throw me off, man. You don't have to tell me and do something that I already want to do. So Undertaker, he's already lined up. And before we do all this action, I kind of have to do a toss-up, because obviously we only got one table. So I'll tell you what, Shano, you're going to take the fall. Dean Ambrose, yes, they were battling back and forth. Both of them actually ended up crashing through, but we're going to give you the simulation of Shane O'Mac moving out of the way. Let's go. 3, 2, we don't got to do no countdown. Let's go. Oh, Undertaker, he fell off, but there's no broken table. All right, you guys, now it's your moment of truth. Since the table didn't break, both of you are going to go ahead, work it out together. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, yeah! Oh my gosh, dude, damn table of steel. That's it. This is what we're doing. We're gonna go ahead and grab it. We're gonna chuck that mug. Yeah, now it's broken. All right, let's get back over here. Undertaker. All right, I think it was a chokeslam. So we did a chokeslam to Rikishi on the one end, but today we got Undertaker chokeslamming Mankind. Now this one actually should end up breaking. I know JR, he's definitely notorious for his whole freaking screaming, so let's do it. By God, it's the Undertaker. Don't do it. Mankind, he's 20 feet up in the air. Oh my God. Oh yeah, and that's how you break it. All right, man, enough action. Hold on, Hero Fix. You're forgetting one. You are forgetting Triple H, the Cerebral Assassin, Cactus Jack, the end of the road, about to end the man's career. We've already done it with the Dead Man. Today, we're doing it with Trip. Yeah, right through the cell. Oh my gosh. And it actually ended up even hitting his older version. That's terrible, man. All right, let's go to the backstage area and see what's going down. Sheesh. All right, we are here backstage. Now, almost, he's eating the chicken, man. 2 things you don't do. 1, you don't touch the man's radio. 2, you don't grab the freaking chicken leg. So this is what Almost did, right? They were celebrating. They were almost to that journey to finally getting that opportunity to go in there against AJ and Almost. The man just walks in here. He starts eating all the damn snacks. And we got to talk about this platter, because damn, dude, am I getting hungry. I'm seeing pizza. I'm seeing some popcorn back there. We got a little fruit spread. We even got some drinks, man. AJ, if you don't mind, we got to go ahead. We got to do one for the WHF fam. Yeah, buddy. Now, we got to go ahead and discuss as to what's happening with the Fiend. Right now, we are literally in the hunt. We haven't seen the Fiend since that last terrible match, and that's what Alexa wants to find out, man. She's like, yo, guys, what the hell are you guys doing? We're going for a ride, Alexa. You want to hop on the journey in the truck train and go have a gravy? Let's do it. But before you do, let's see if the powerbomb is going to be a thing, right? It's going to be the test of the powerbomb. Who's got the best? Is it Apollo Crews or is it Kevin Owens? We won't know in this match right here. I'm just throwing that out as an an early prediction to get thrown and all mixed into the card. Coming back on over here, we have them right? We got the Usos. They are confronting Roman Reigns. Jay doesn't appreciate us, how he's been treating Jimmy, so he's like, bro, why are you doing that to my guy? We're family. I know you're the head of the table and all this, but you ain't gotta be all that. So hopefully they find the fine line to go ahead, bring everything to a boil, because as far as I'm seeing it, RK Bro are bringing straight heat to Monday Night Raw, and Randy Orton, he really don't gotta say much, right? You got Matt Riddle, he's throwing an idea out here, he zipped it up, he's handing it over, and what does Randy Orton think? He thinks it's trash, man. He's about to put it straight up in the trash. Well, you know what's not trash though, man? The Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Yes, as of right now, it's not built up anywhere near as to where it should be, but if you date back to what they've done in the years past, we know that this pay-per-view definitely has some potential. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Give me some of that damn chicken.